Here's what we've done here. I'm going to show you how you can extend a nail using balanced gels and Polish Pro. Simply because the reason why you wouldn't be able to extend with Polish Pro is, first of all, it's not a builder gel that comes with it, and it's much too flexible. So what I've done here is I've extended her nail using the Balanced Bodybuilder Cover Pink Warm, and just buffed it down a little bit, put on brush on French white, covered it with Finish Clear. Okay, so we have the nail complete, and this was sculpted on a form.
Did you remove the tacky layer from Finish Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go ahead and use the Polish Pro Espresso. This is a really rich, pretty chocolatey brown.
Now you're not using the Polish Pro base here. You don't have to.
You really don't have to, because you already have a smooth, clean surface. And have cleaned the nail with Cleanse to remove the tacky layer. So just put the Polish Pro right up to the cuticle, brush it down. Now you can see what a nice thin layer I'm doing. And I'm not worried so much about having absolutely perfect coverage, because I'll get the coverage with the second coat. So what we did is we're just putting her back into the regular UV lamp, 36 watt, for 2 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead with the second coat, and make sure that when you're getting ready to use your Polish Pro color, you shake the bottle pretty vigorously. It's got little tiny beads in it to help keep the color dispersed. And we're just going to go right up to the cuticle again. You want to apply this just the way you would nail polish. And down the other side. Alright, so after the second coat, we're going to go back in and cure for another 2 minutes. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish it off with the Polish Pro Light Cured Top Coat. And you make sure you cover every bit of your color, because this will have a little bit of a tacky layer that we're going to remove, and you want to make sure you get everything covered. Okay. All right. Right. I'm just taking a little bit of Cleanse on a lint-free pad. And just scrubbing it across the nail, and you can see how beautiful that shine still is. We just removed the tacky layer. And that's your Polish Pro on top of a sculpted balance nail.
Now why wouldn't you use acrylic?
Well, because if you soak acrylic in acetone, you start to break down the integrity of the acrylic. Okay, what we're going to do now, because this client wants to go back to having her beautiful French balanced nail. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break this seal just a little tiny bit, and then we're going to go ahead and soak her in a little bit of acetone. So you know you've broken the seal when you remove the shine. And you just want to be real gentle. I'm just using a 180 endurance file. I don't need anything too rough here because I'm not actually filing the product off. I'm just basically breaking the seal of that top coat. I'm using a little bit of acetone just in a dapping dish, but obviously if I was doing her whole hand, I would have a larger glass bowl. Now make sure when your client puts her fingers in, you have enough acetone in there. And I'm just going to add a little bit more because I want it to cover the whole nail. I don't want it to just come up part way. So it doesn't need to, yeah, that's enough. And we're going to leave it in there about 10 minutes and probably just do a little bit of scraping. I pulled it out, and I have just a little metal scraper that you can use. And I just want you to see how easily this Polish Pro is coming right off, and the beautiful shine that's left on this nail underneath. And her French nail is just absolutely still in perfect condition. Now I'll just probably take a little tiny bit of acetone on a lint-free pad just to get off the rest of the color, should there be any. And you can see the little bits that are in the acetone and the little bits that are on my table towel. But a client could actually take off her Polish Pro at home and still have her beautiful French underneath. And even the acetone, you can see, one thing beautiful about a balanced nail, and it was finished with Finish Clear, is that you're not going to lose the shine. Now, just got a little tiny bit more on the free edge here. Not a problem. Right here. Now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead, and you can see her skin is not real white from the acetone. That's because we put the nurture oil inside. But I'm not going to let my client leave without putting a little bit of nurture oil on. And I like to put it on my fingers first, kind of like this, rub it in, and then just massage it into her cuticles and her finger.